Subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell icon for the latest film interviews, features, and recommendations on the movies that matter.
Hello, Ashwini. Good to see you. We're all in lockdown. It's interesting because just a few weeks ago we met in person. We were talking about your film Panga. It's only a few weeks later. Panga is now on Hotstar. So for those who didn't catch it, it's a good time to catch it on Hotstar. But how are you doing, Ashwini? How is your how is this moment in time treating you?
Rajeev, thank you for calling me here on your online show now. The reason is that this is the first time actually after 10 days I opened my cupboard and I said, okay, आज तो मुझे कुर्ता पजामा पहनना है, तो मैं पहन लेती हूँ कुर्ता. So otherwise I've not even gone into that cupboard and even looked, because
well, I'm wearing shorts from below. You can't make out.
It is like that fun thing which we have, right? When people are the newsreaders, the poor newsreaders.
Correct. Where you can't see what's right.
Yeah,
right,
which movie was that? Where I remember Boman Irani sir had worn a coat and then he comes out and niche it is short. So yeah, so we actually feel that way right now. So
correct. But what have you been? How is it been? I mean, I know you were meant to start a film. I was chatting with Nitish recently, and you were supposed to start shooting your film, which you had to postpone, of course, because of this scenario. What is the mood? I mean, how do you kind of look at it? Was that heartbreaking?
So it has never happened in my life like that, and this is the first time. It was my first production also.
Right.
After I started the company, and then you had to take these hard calls. So.
Right.
With due respect to my crew, so take care of my crew, and it was, I still remember on 13th of April, I decided that I'm not going to go ahead with the shoot, and that time I told my team that if you guys get any
13th of March, you mean, right?
Yeah, 13th of March. If you guys get any other work, please go ahead with it. But I don't think so. I should be risking your lives, and we should be going for an outdoor shoot, is because this was a good 6-7 day shoot. It was a short film, and we should not be doing it. And after 2 days, we realized that we have a lockdown. So that's what it is. So I feel a little bad for our daily wage workers, is because they depend on us. And the day the lockdown happened, I remember my Papu Dada, Arif Dada, everyone calling me. And I knew why they were calling me. They didn't ask me in as many words, but I kind of got it that who else will they look up to, in times of adversity. So that's when I think it was really nice of a whole lot of people from the film fraternity to come together and put a little kitty for all our dadas. We call them dadas. So for all our dadas, so that at least for the next 1-2 months they are secure enough.
So I'm assuming the time is divided between caring for the kids. You have a pair of twins, and of course professional work. I know you're writing your next feature. But also, I would imagine there is time to catch up with some reading. I know you're an avid reader, and also watching a few things. What are you dividing what are you dividing your free time between?
Yeah, so now I've become a little disciplined. Along with reading, I'm going to start watching movies also, so that I'm good with my job which gives me fame and money and love. So. Right. The books which I'm reading, I kind of read a lot of books right now, but because we are talking with each other, I felt that it's important to talk about some books which have been made into movies, and also a few books, and also some books which I think we could read because we have a lot of Indian writers who write really, really well, and a lot of books which are being made into web series and movies, but no one actually knows about it. So. I start off with, I don't know whether you've seen this movie called The Help. A beautiful book first was written and then was made into a film. One of the few books which was made into a film, and it also did really, really made a...
Isn't that the one that Octavia Spencer won her supporting actress Oscar for?
Yes, it is about, and also that you will be able to talk about that more, because I... watch a lot. I remember faces. I remember everything about the story, but I don't remember names. Especially foreign actors' names. I don't remember that.
Fair enough.
Honest. And of course, this everyone knows, Fault with the Stars.
That's right.
And it was made into a very good film, beautiful film, and of course now is being made in Hindi as Dil Bechara. So
Yeah.
that's also very nice. Another book is Time Traveler's Life. Now,
Yeah,
as
wasn't this the one with
I wanna-
Eric Bana? Yes. Yes.
yes, and now what I want to say about it about
Uh-huh.
this is that there's a lot of writing when you read, you kind as an artist you kind of visualize,
Right.
that this is how the world will be, and when
Correct.
you actually go and see it as a film,
Right.
sometimes you can feel very bad about it because the world which you created and the world which now you're seeing is completely different.
True.
So that is like a little, I would say, the perils of reading a book and then seeing it in films. So, but there are a lot of things which is written here, and you feel that, oh, how would a person look like that,
Uh-huh.
and what will happen, and then you go and see the film and it's like, wow. So this
Right.
is a book where you want to see it and you feel that, oh wow, I'm glad I saw it as a film. The
Right.
other one which I feel that I'm glad I saw it as a film is one of my most favorite films, and when I saw it I felt, oh god, why could I not make a film like this? And in London Film Festival it was competing with Nilbate Sonata in the life category. And of course, it's a great film. Nilbate Sonata is nowhere even close to that kind of making, but it's this, The Room.
Room. Yeah. Yeah. Again, a
I
great
think it's one
made
of the
into a great film.
finest
Yeah.
books I have read, and for once, the film is better than the book.
Right.
Because I feel that this is one book. When I read it, I was like, "Oh God, why can't I make this into a film?"
Right.
And obviously, it's a foreign book. We as Indians don't know where, how, and all that stuff. But when I saw it, and when I went for London Film Festival along with Nilbati Sonata, I saw Room. I was like, "Oh my God, Room!" And this is a
Right.
book which I really like. So
Right.
yeah, this is the power of a book. A good story can travel into films anywhere, however we want, in any language.
Right.
Uh, and another book, see, I've kept all books here today for you.
Thank
I've
you.
done work, is Book Thief.
The Book Thief. Right. Right. Also
Yes.
made into a film. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, also made into a film. And this is one book when you're reading, it's a completely different world. Obviously, it was during the wartime, and there was a
Right.
lot of things happening at time, and we do not know that. And it is almost like it's kind of a synchronicity kind of thing, is because we are at that time right now, and we really do not know what is happening. And then someone goes and makes it into a film, and you actually see what happened. Those little things where you see that. The girl goes and gives clothes for washing, she gets the clothes back after ironing, so those kind of little things. Now coming to Indian books, Rabindranath Tagore's all his books are made into films. Satyajit Ray has made a lot of books converted into films, but let us talk about recent times. Right now, the one book which I really felt that it like, involves so much of production work. So most of the time you look at it and you say, oh, a lot of production work, you should not be doing it. So
Yes.
Amitabh Ghosh, this is
Uh-huh.
Gun Island, but he has a previous book called the Ibis Trilogy, which is
Right.
being now made by Shekhar Kapoor. And thank you Shekhar Kapoor for making it, is because it involves a lot of production. He's talking about an era, about opium, about China, about India.
Right.
The whole Ibis trilogy. So he's making that. I do not know in which medium he's making it, but I think it's a damn good book to be made. And also Amitabh Ghosh is an excellent writer. He has written a lot of books which everyone should read, is because at
Yeah.
that point of time, he's spoken about climate change and how the ecology is shifting towards derangement.
Right.
And this is one book which I feel that everyone should read. It's called Gun Island. It takes a little time because you need to understand this way of writing, but beautiful.
Okay.
And one book which I recently read, and I felt so good that I wanted to actually make it into a series. Let me be very honest. It's called Gin Petrol on the Purple Line.
I've got it here. Yeah.
Book,
Yeah.
It's a new book which has just been written by Deepa Annapara. I read her articles. It's by Penguin. I really, really like this book. The way she has showcased the little story of this boy staying in the slums, and his journey, and also not being caught up by that. Oh, this is how the story should be because it's going to the world.
Right.
truly Indian, truly
Authentic.
true to
Right.
her work. And then I was like reading, has anyone picked up the book? And it is being picked up by someone, but I'm happy that someone is making. It's because this story also needs to be told. So this is the latest one. It's not even been a month that this book has
Right.
come, and it's already auctioned
On the
for
bestseller, yeah.
a movie or a series. I don't know, but beautiful. So congratulations.
But Ashwini, at a given point, how many books are you reading at the same time? I mean, do you tend to? What are your reading habits like? Do you tend to finish one and move on to the next? Do
I'm
you
a
tend
hoarder.
to?
I'm a hoarder.
Okay.
I hoard books. And the stay at home and lockdown has actually taught me that I don't need to keep buying books every time I read something new in a newspaper or some review which I really like, or
Right.
someone else is reading and I find it very good. So it has really taught me now that I can still download on Kindle,
Yeah.
but I like buying books and
Can I show
keeping
you
it.
what I've downloaded on Kindle just yesterday?
Yeah, please do that.
It's
No,
just
don't inspire me now, but you can still show me.
it's just come out, and I don't know if it's a bit of a controversial book. It's the new Woody Allen
Oh,
memoir.
I want to pick this up because this is one book which I want to read.
It's
I
the new
saw it
Woody
yesterday
Allen
in the
memoir, and it's come out with amidst a lot of controversy because the original publishers dropped it when their own staff complained, when Ronan Farrow complained.
And talking about books and films, I feel Steven Spielberg's book, that big fat book, is really nice to read for filmmakers because he
Right.
talks a lot about the way he made films. And if you've seen his documentary, the book talks a lot more than the documentary.
Right.
Woody Allen's book is really good. I forgot to pick it up. It's out there.
Right.
Then there's one really beautiful book which I picked up in Calcutta actually, and I've never seen it across. It is basically the era of Rishikesh Mukherjee. Kind of stories he said and how he said it, and when I was shooting for Panga, we went to the Oxford bookstore there, and that's where I found this book. It was a nice read, is because he's actually very simply spoken about how he made films.
Right.
Like you have Satyajit Ray, who has written a whole lot of books on that, but
Correct.
Writing on Rishikesh Mukherjee and the little things which he has spoken about.
That sounds lovely. I'm gonna search for that. Yeah.
I'll WhatsApp it to you, so that will be nice.
But actually, before we go, the question I want to ask you is there one book that you've read more than others, and more often? Is there, I feel like all of us have that one book that we frequently return to. Perhaps because it sort of evokes a memory, perhaps because it evokes a feeling. Is there one book that you tend to revisit every couple of years, or when you're in a particular state of mind? What is your one sort of dog-eared copy of what book is that?
So let me be very honest, Rajeev. It is going to be a very boring book I'm going to tell you about, because not many people would really want it to read it. But because of my yoga teacher, the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, which actually talks about your everyday life, and non-attachment, detachment, and all this stuff. Very simple for actually now it's very important that. And Pico Stillness. There's a book called Stillness. Ruskin Bond's A Simple Living. He has written that book on that point of time, and Ruskin Bond, is because he writes the most simplest things and tells us and tells us that, hey, you guys, I think you all are like really moving fast, so just slow down. So these are the kind of books I really like, and I usually go when I have to keep reading something. I go back to the philosophical books, to the psychological books, because that gives me, because you pick up anything. And you know that you can, like Vedanta, there is a Vedanta book, with 4,000 page book. You just pick up anything and there will be something you can read every day. It's similar to maybe pick up a Steven Spielberg book and just go to any page and you'll find something there. So,
some sort of value there, some wisdom. Yeah. Well, thank you, Ashwini. Those were lots of very helpful recommendations, book recommendations, and I'm happy we did this because I've mostly been speaking to filmmakers about movie recommendations and series recommendations. So I'm actually quite glad that you gave us a whole bunch of book recommendations. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy, and hopefully the next time we meet, we shall exchange tips. More recommendations in person. Hopefully the next time will be in person.
Yes, we have to meet in person now. Take care. Stay safe.
Thank you, Ashwini. Thanks so much.